Welcome, 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 Awaken Spiritual Community. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. We are so excited to be in the space, to be in the place with you all today. We have an exciting service prepared. We have also visitors that will be joining us, not just we have our normal visitors that come through, but today is special because we have Mecklenburg Ministry. We have, yes, I'm seeing yes. So excited to have Mecklenburg Ministry. I want to take this opportunity for those that are joining us versus both in person and online. If you are not a part of our community, the first time that you visit, that you join, you're considered a visitor, right? But anytime after that, you are considered what? Family. And so family, we like to stay in touch, don't we? We like to stay connected. So I want to invite you, I want to offer that right now on the screen, you'll see a telephone number, right? And I want you to text the word love, LOVE, to that number that is on your screen, 844-992-3033. And when you do that, you will be instantly connected to our line of communication. So you'll get all of our updates. You'll get beautiful affirmations that are sent out that remind you to remember what it is that you know and to give you an opportunity to center and settle in that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Excellent. I'm going to ask you to silence your phones so that you can have the best experience possible for you and so that your neighbor can have the best experience possible for them, right? So if you would take a minute and just silence your phones. But I do want you to keep your phones out because we will share some announcements, updates with you, and you might want to take pictures of the screens and of the slides. Yes. So I am excited to be here with you, to co-create this experience as we gather together to remember the magnificence of the presence, the one, the God that lives in, through, and as us. Yes? Yes. Thank you. And so I'm going to invite you to take just a conscious breath in with me. And a conscious breath out. Again, if you would take a conscious breath in, breathing in love to your mind. And breathing out love to the world. Allowing yourself to center. You are here right now. You are here right now. We are here right now. And I invite you to remember with me that there is just one God. There is one mind. There is one presence. There is one source. Whatever you choose to call it, whatever affirmative name you give it, it is good, and it is here right now with us, working in, through, and as us. And the same life, the same energy, the same presence that is behind and back of, underneath all living things is behind and back of, underneath, working in, through, and as us. And that gets me so excited because God is good, which means that anything that I can claim spirit is, because spirit and I are one, because spirit and you are one, I can claim that for you. You can claim that for you. I can claim that for me. Yes. And so we know that whatever it is that we desire, whatever it is that we think we need in this moment, in this service, it is here. Always available to us. Always present to us. Always present for us. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well, and all is good, because I am one with God and God is one with me, which means I am God and God shows up expressing itself through and as me. Yes, yes? And so I release these words back into the law that I know is forever in operation, responding always to me. And I can say amen, ashe, and so it is. Are y'all excited about Sunday? Are y'all excited about the word that we have for today, the music, and the message, yes? And if you're joining us online, welcome, welcome. Get excited because there is goodness. I feel the energy. There is goodness. Am I by myself? Yes. Yes. And so we have this opportunity right now to meet and greet, where we get to say, namaste, you can hug, where I see the God in you, you see the God in me. And again, I want to remind you, we've got some visitors in the house, and they might not be used to how we do things. So that's okay. Let's put on our best effort and show them love lives here, yes? Yes. As we hear the song from Eddie Watkins, we are awakening.
We are awakening. We
for those of you that are at home, I just ask that right now, this is an opportunity for you to drop in the comments where you are joining from.
Hey. We're coming together from the left and the right, to the middle of the road in peace without a fight. Even though we're not gonna see everything alike, we're working together and we're gonna get it right. Yeah. We are awakening. 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 Let the dust fall away. Reveal the real and manifest a better way. From every corner to the middle of the way. Yeah. Clap your hands and raise your voice and sing. We are awakening. 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 Awakening. I said we are awakening. We are awakening.
Yes, we are awakening. We are awakening to a higher consciousness. We are awakening to so much. Yes, we are awakened and we are awakening. Yes, yes. So let us be reminded of why we are here and what it is that we are called to do. Can you repeat repeat with me the vision that is on the screen? We are a global community that recognizes, honors, and nurtures the dignity and uniqueness of all people and the oneness of creation. Breathe that in. That's nice. And how do we do that? What is it that we commit to doing on a day-to-day basis? Let's say it together. We connect through the energy of loving kindness, spiritual practice, and sacred service. Yes. Loving kindness, spiritual practice, and sacred service. So some of that happens today, and then some of that happens throughout the week. How about all of that happens today, and all of that happens throughout the week? Yes. And so here's the opportunity that you have to take screenshots of what we have coming up, because we've got some good stuff. We're ending the month of February, which means we're starting a new month. The first Sunday of every month, we offer guided meditation in the lighthouse next door. So you are welcome to join us, and that will be taking place at 3:30. So put that on your calendars if that is something that you are interested in doing, that meditation. And then you will join us for service. Come right over here afterwards, and we will continue to have service together. And today is Ask and Awaken. So what is Ask and Awaken? It is an opportunity for us to come together as community to eat. Like that feels like it's sacred, right? And to celebrate anniversaries, birthdays, special moments. And then also the ask part, it's an opportunity for us to have conversation. What are questions that you have about the principles that we believe, about how they show up in your life, in our life, right? It's an opportunity to say, okay, well, Minister Shari, I heard you preach this, and I heard you say that, but how do I practice that? What does that look like? When I was in class and you were teaching, and Reverend Ned said something, so can we talk about that, right? That is that opportunity. And guess what? It's happening today. Yay! So you are invited to stay with us right after service, and we'll be able to do that. And then we do this once a month, so there will also be another one in March. Excellent. We are still accepting board interest. If you are interested in serving on the board, please you can let me know, you can let Minister Shari know, you can let Sherry know, who just kind of waved her hand. Yes, you can let Terry Ann know, any of the board members that you see. If you have questions, please let us know as well. And then this, I have to pause. Break out your phone, whatever it is that you choose to keep your life scheduled, to remind yourself of important dates and things like that. If it's your calendar on your phone, if it's a planner, a handwritten, whatever it is, mark March 8th. March when? March when? March when? March 8th, yes. Because we are having an annual meeting. We only do this, it's an annual meeting, so we do it how often? We understand that. So if you miss this, then you got to wait till 2027. Who wants to do that when we are talking about some really interesting, the business side of the ministry, really being able to help plan how things look moving forward, looking at 2025 and how that went. And it's an opportunity to get, if you have questions, to get some of those questions answered. Yes, yes. David. See how that is? Everything is aligned. You come to the meeting, you get more day. Ooh. Yes? Yes, I love that. More light. Okay, more time, more light. You get more. Thank you, David. That was awesome. And then it is still possible for you to join Spiritual Economics, the Prosperity class. Minister Shari, do you want to come up here and say anything about this class? Because yeah.
Thank you. Great day, great day, great day. So I am excited about this class, the Spiritual Economics class by Eric Butterworth. We have had a great time, and we have students in the room as well. So from what I have gotten from the feedback, a lot of people have been enjoying just opening up their minds, hearts to receiving the more that is available to us all, and knowing and shifting and seeing what prosperity looks like for you. So again, for anyone who's in the class, raise your hand. And if you're interested, okay, yeah. If you're interested in knowing more, if you want to jump up real quick and share a little bit, I'm open to that too. But talk to the people in the room and really see what they're gaining from the classes. It has been a great mind shift just to know that sometimes that what we've been conditioned to know about prosperity or about money is just a conditioning. And to know that there's so much more available to you just by shifting your lens. It's like a kaleidoscope. And so it's every Wednesday. So, we got about 4 or 5 more classes to go. I think I'm going to throw in an extra class. So it's Wednesdays from 6:30 to 8:30. And then at the end of us studying that book, I add in some credit report stuff, some little jewels of that people have been like, oh, I didn't know that. So that's been good too. All right. I am excited. And Reverend Ned gets to join me on that.
I love it. And is it true, Minister Shari, that when you talk prosperity, I mean, it's not just money. It is money, but it's not just money?
It's not just money. So again, we're talking about health, we're talking about relationships, we're talking about what you will determine as prosperous for you. And it looks different for everyone, but your health is your wealth for sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. And as always, I'm going to invite you to take a screenshot of this. Maybe you don't need it, but I guarantee you there might be someone in your circle who could use it. And you may not even know who that is. I took a screenshot, I shared this, and someone reached out to me and said, thank you so much. I had no clue. We are connected to resources in the community. So if you or someone that you know needs food, needs support in that way, there is no shame, there is no judgment, there is only support, and it is available. Yes, yes? Yes, yes. We're talking about prosperity. That's a channel of prosperity. Yes, see it as such. And then affirmative prayer. If you are in need of affirmative prayer, and you don't have to be say that word, specific. My tongue got tied. You don't have to be specific in what it is that you need prayer for. I love it. I heard this, that all you really need to do is just say, I would like prayer, right? And then the practitioner can help you focus on the solution, the answer, what it is that you know, as opposed to focusing on the unwanted situation and feelings. And our prayer practitioner today is Terry Ann, who has her hand up. So for those of you that are here with us in person, Terry Ann will offer that affirmative prayer after service in the Lighthouse, knowing the truth with you, knowing the truth with you. And if you are online and you want to take advantage of that, then you can send us an email and we will know the truth with you. And I want to tell you, if you have already had affirmative prayer and the manifestation, the demonstration has happened, please let us know. That is, again, prosperity showing up. It's a prosperity report. Yes, yes? Yes, yes. Many hands make light work. We will continue to invite you to be part of the many hands that allow this, that make this come together. We have so many opportunities for you to get involved, for you to volunteer. So you can fill out that QR code, the form that is connected to the QR code, so we can understand what your special sauce is, and then match you to a volunteer position. Are you all excited? I am. So let us move higher in consciousness as the Science of Mind reader comes forth. Reverend Ned.
Okay. So today's reading from the Science of Mind magazine is called Purposeful Possibilities. So it starts with two quotes. The first one, the harder I work, the more I live. I rejoice in life for its own sake. Life is no brief candle to me. It is sort of a splendid torch which I have a hold of for the moment, and I want to make it burn as brightly as possible before handing it over to future generations. And that is George Bernard Shaw. The next quote, the purpose of life is to produce beings who can consciously cooperate with life, that through such cooperation, the evolving principle of life may more completely express. And that is from Ernest Holmes' Living Without Fear. So, the reading. For several months, 3 phrases repeatedly have come into my mind. Remember death, remember love, and by the power of truth, my life conquers the universe. They appeared again today during my walk, and I felt it appropriate to explore that they reveal about embracing the possibilities of our purpose. Remember death. Remember that you will die. While we are eternal spiritual beings, expressing ourselves, we also do through this infinite form of expression, or its finite form of expression, which will end at some point. As someone who has experienced extreme death phobia for many years, just the thought of death sometimes opens an existential rabbit hole for me. A reminder of mortality reminds me to breathe and to be present now, not to wait to enjoy life. Remember, love. Love as the expression of the divine. Love as the key that unlocks what is possible. Love as the rainbow that assures us that heaven is within and is experienced to the degree that we are conscious of it. Love reminds us and emboldens us with true power of our being. By the power of truth, my life conquers the universe. By the divine truth that enlivens principle, I am guided and live my purpose. What about you? What do each of these phrases bring to your mind? What if our purpose isn't just to be sought after, but to be embodied and expressed? And so our affirmation, there it is. Let us say this together. I set out to live my purpose, which is to be the expression of God in everything I think, say, feel, and do. Whatever I do, God is doing. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go to the candlelight? Okay, go to that. Let me get to my other position here. Okay. Yes. There are many flames and one light. Everything is an expression of the one infinite spiritual presence, power, life, and intelligence. We recognize that the one spiritual presence gives of itself through a great diversity of religions and spiritual paths throughout the world. All faiths experience healing, inspiration, and joy from the same spiritual source. We light these candles to symbolically honor all of the world's religions, as we mention a few. Native American practice is a path of receiving spiritual wisdom through nature. Hinduism is a tolerant path of knowledge and sacred ceremony. Judaism is a path of monotheism and sacred law. Buddhism is a serene path of compassion and meditation. Christianity is a path of forgiveness, service, and thanksgiving. Islam is a path of daily prayer and surrender to God. Science of mind is a self-empowering path of realizing that we live in a spiritual universe that expresses itself through us according to our beliefs. We celebrate and experience positive, practical spirituality. In his book, The Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes wrote this: "There is one life. That life is God. That life is our life now. Consciously, we identify ourselves with it. Definitely, we affirm the one presence and the one power operating in, around, and through us. As we come to open our thought to a greater acknowledgement and acceptance of the divinity that resides within us, we find ourselves on a pathway to achieving the purpose for what we were created, to express the nature of the divine, the source of our being." Okay. Who's next? Oh, here we go.
Thank you, Ned. Hi, everyone. Now we're going to take a moment of reflection. preparation. As we settle into this moment, taking in a conscious breath, notice this sweet spot that you are in right now. It is your spot. Only you are there sitting. Let yourself sink into this realization. There is no one on top trying to crush you. And you are not trying to take over someone else's spot. You are simply in your own spot. Feel it. Enjoy it. Be with it. It is time. Right here. Right now. It is time to acknowledge your unique and individualized self. There is no one other like you. You are magnificent, just the way you are. Stop hiding from yourself. Stop playing small and ignoring all that you have to offer, all that you have to experience. It is time to see, feel, and express all that you are. Breathe into your being. Breathe into your infinite potential that is already very alive within you. Source is expressing through you, as you. Open the windows and the doors of your being and let it flow freely like a refreshing summer breeze. Listen to the whisper of what is wanting to be expressed and follow it with joy and ease. Have fun with it. Be curious and allow your creative expression to unfold. Thank you, spirits, for whispering with clarity and gentleness. I release these words knowing they are so. And so it is. Take a couple of deep breaths. Coming back.
Thank you, Monse. Wasn't that beautiful? I tell you, I love Awaken. I tell you, I don't take us for granted at all, at all. And with that, you know, I always encourage our little shoulder roll, right? So just roll your shoulders. Y'all feel that? You feel that? You feel that? Taking in those deep breaths. I always hear the little girls say, y'all breathe a lot here. We do. We do. Taking in this moment. And I just wanted to say thank you to Ladane, Reverend Ladane, with Mecklenburg Ministries for inviting us to be able to host them today. And they've had a full calendar. The weather interrupted a few things, but keeping it back on schedule. So they have a dinner on Tuesday evenings that, people are invited to. We're going to be a book. And Ladane, would you mind sharing a little bit of that for that on Tuesday, what that's going to look like? I would just love for them. Come on. Yes. Because I love the idea of it, where it's a library of books.
It's so lovely to be with you. On Tuesday night, we are having, it was going to be the kickoff event for our Interfaith Harmony Month, but since the weather got in the way, now it's going to be the celebration event. So it's Tuesday night. It's at one of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints locations. It's open to everybody, and we're going to have dinner and music, and there's a beautiful proclamation that came out from Mecklenburg County, the Board of Commissioners, and we have people from all of our different faith traditions, including Science of Mind, reading the proclamation. So we're going to have we'll be watching that together, and then we're going to have what we're calling an interfaith living library. And I'm actually super excited because I've been at MECMIN since 2019, and I'm pretty sure this is the first time that we've had at least one person representing all 11 traditions present. And we have a couple extras as well of groups that are kind of in our network but not officially members who are also going to be there. And so what we're going to do is that we'll have 14 tables, and at each table there's going to be a book from the Interfaith Living Library representing one of our traditions. And the books are going to move around, so they're going to get a little bit of exercise. So during the course of the evening, you'll get to hear from 3 different books, and they'll be sharing about just a little bit about their tradition and what draws them to it and how they practice it and what it means to them. So you'll get to hear at least 2 traditions other than your own, and we would love to have you. It's a wonderful opportunity to sort of gather with people and just get to appreciate many of the traditions down there that the candles represent and many others as well, and we would love to have you. And there are a few more events left in Interfaith Harmony Month, so we would love to have you jump on our website, which is mecmin.org. It's MECKMIN. Sometimes people say, can women come? I'm like, no, it's not MEN, it's MIN. So hop on the website and see, there's just a week of February left, but we do have several more events. And then a couple early in March because they got rescheduled. So would love to see you at another event. It's lovely to be in each other's spaces and just learn about a little bit about each other's traditions. So I hope that I'll see you again soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. And if you didn't catch it, the books are actually people. And so the people are books that get to sit around and get to share what the religions are. And so I love that concept of being the book at the table. For Science of Mind, I am. Unless Reverend Ned show up. So we get So again, welcome. And I was going over the music and looking at the music, and I'm like, okay, Spirit, I'm going to do the miracle song because it's comfortable and I love it. And you all shoulder rock with me. So we're going to go into the miracle song. And I paused for a moment because I have to share this. So it's 42 years since my mother transitioned, and she was 42. And I was just like, wow. And it's just, but I say that because this song always reminds me of her driving me to school in the morning. And so here we go with the Clark sisters, looking for a miracle. And just sending love out to all through this. Bring the music up. I'm looking for a miracle. I expect the impossible, and I feel the intangible, and I see the invisible. I'm looking for a miracle. I expect the impossible, and I feel the intangible, and I see the invisible. The sky is the limit to what I can have. We're gonna say I am the limit. The sky is the limit to what I can have. Thank you, Spirit. The sky is the limit to what I can have. Just believe and receive it. God will perform it today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just believe and receive it. God will perform it today. I'm looking for a miracle. I expect the impossible, and I feel the intangible, and I see the invisible. I'm looking for a miracle. I expect the impossible, and I feel the intangible, and I see the invisible. The sky is the limit to what I can have. I'm the limit to what I can have. I'm the limit to what I can have. Thank you, Spirit. I am the limit to what I can have. Just believe and receive it. God will perform it today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just believe and receive it. God will perform it today. Woo! I expect a miracle every day. God will make a way out of no way. I expect a miracle every day. God will make a way out of no way. I expect a miracle every day. God will make a way out of no way. Just believe and receive it. God will perform it today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just believe and receive it. God will perform it today. Thank you. Come on. I expect a miracle every day. God will make a way out of no way. I expect a miracle every day. God will make a way out of no way. I expect a miracle every day. God will make a way out of no way. Just believe and receive it. God will perform it today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just believe and receive it. God will perform it today. I just let it go on and on because just receive it. Meaning it's already there. It's already available for us, just for us to open up at the top and receive it. That right there was a word in itself, because so often we are givers, we're giving, and we're learning that in our spiritual economics class. To still the other side of the giving is the receiving. We have to participate. We got to be open up. And in that, when I mentioned my mother, is because out of what was perceived to be such a great loss at the time, there was another side. There was a huge gain. I get nuggets and drips of just good information and lessons. And I'm like, wow, she gave me that in that short 17 years. And there are things that you may not have seen as a teenager or as a child, but I sure see it today. And just to know and be grateful in all of it. Even when you don't see it, when it's unfolding in front of you, we're in the midst of it. But there is a season and a time that you will see how it can be the blessing that it was designed to be for you. And it's always by choice. It's always by choice. We're always at choice on how we receive the nuggets, the gifts. And then I'm going to get to my message. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I tell you, this is our last Sunday in February. And February has brought such interesting insights with our weather events and all. I'm always growing. Are y'all growing? I'm always growing and stretching. I said, okay, how we going to do this? All right, we streaming, we doing it. And I said, you know, with Interfaith Harmony Month, I tell you, I was like, okay, interfaith harmony, to being present with different religions, different paths. And it was like many paths to one presence. And what does harmony look like? And harmony always brings like a vibration, a sound. And to be on one accord with that. But also, what does it look like for all of that interfaith harmony to show up in community? Because that's what we're charged to do in this season, especially right here, right now, is what does community look like? And it's for us to be able to embody this harmony, this love, as one, as community. So when I was processing this and putting it all together, a diamond kept showing up, the visual of a diamond, right? And as one diamond, there are many facets to the diamond. And to know that each of those facets are needed and necessary. So the light, when it hits the diamond, and it's all its brilliance, it's valuable and it's there for a reason. And each and every one of you here represent a facet of the diamond. Each and every religion, each and every tradition, each path represents a facet of that diamond. And to know that it's all needed and necessary. Even when there are times that it feels like, oh, I'm not significant, you're not significant. You are valuable and needed and necessary for a time such as this. Each path is needed and necessary for this path because I get to gain from your experience. I get to gain from your, wherever you've been, your path. So if you remove one facet, the diamond loses dimension. Not because one part is superior, but because every angle adds brilliance. Every angle. The angle that you don't understand, the angle you don't agree with, that is interfaith. That is community. Not sameness, not blending, not erasing, distinction, but by recognizing that fullness is revealed through our differences. It's easy when everybody alike. I don't need another Shari in the room. Y'all don't need another Shari. You don't need another Shari in the room. No, ma'am. One is enough. One Frankie is way enough. No. So now let us anchor that in a principle. So in Science of Mind teaches that there is one life, and you've heard it in our treatments today, that one divine presence, that one infinite intelligence that expresses itself through all creation. And if there is one source, then diversity is not a threat. And so I like to say, normally when I'm talking, I'm like, oh, what feels uncomfortable for you? What feels, sometimes when I'm sharing different things, it's like, what feels uncomfortable? And if someone of a different color, a different ethnicity, a different religion, a different size bothers you, threatens you, you need to go within and do the work and say, what is that? Why is that? Unity does not mean uniformity. Come on and say it again. Unity does not mean uniformity. Unity means a shared origin. Ooh, that's good. That's good right there. We do not become one by becoming identical. We are one because we arise from the same life, the same source. And that changes everything, right? Sometimes it may even be easier to think about this on a global scale. But like, especially in our teaching, we're talking about within. That's when it get real cozy. That's where the work really got to get done, right? Within ourselves and at our own dining room table. That's where the work happens. It's easy to see how we're going to do this with India or China or DC. But the work comes within and behind our closed doors. And knowing that for each of us that are in this room, you've already done major work. You have to acknowledge that, right? To be sitting in this space, you've done some work. Even for those who've shown up from different paths, to be in this space, you've done the work to even show up and say, I'm willing to sit beside my brother, my sister, someone of a different path. That's doing the work. Sometimes we have to acknowledge that within ourselves, that in a time such as this, you are willing to be different. That's huge. You are willing to be seen. Because you know now, everybody got a camera out. We on video right now. I had to stop and say this one thing, and thank goodness for my goddaughter, because I used to live in Birkdale Village, and she sent me a snippet of some teens being teens, and she said, oh, I knew you would have a fit. This is all through text. That's how I hear it in my head. I know you would have a fit if you were still out there. I said, oh, I had to catch myself. I'm grown. And you know what she said? Because I was getting ready to jump on a whole nother page. And she said, this is what they need. They need us. They need community. They need something to do. They need somewhere to go. I said, now, I wasn't quite on that page, but thank you for bringing me back. But that's true, right? That's community. And that's why having young people in the room matter. Now that I have graduated to being a senior, you know, sometimes you forget certain places, and it's like, okay, yes, we need to create and curate spaces for our youth instead of just fussing and saying what you can't do. It's like, well, and being an example. And I did all of that to say also that there was a time and a place where we would have held our breath. Man, please don't tell my mom. Please don't tell the neighbor. Now they filming. They were like, I said, what kind of, what, where are we? I was like, we're not in Kansas no more. I was like, they filming themselves acting up. I said, okay, we in a different time. So to say all of that, because they said the world is watching. The world is watching you. The world is watching us. And if we are the enlightened ones, we're the ones in service, we're in church, we're doing the work, right? We're supposed to be a reflection of a higher place and how we should show up in adversity, how we should show up in challenging times. So when you see the teens acting up, you can be the auntie or the neighbor, be like, hey, y'all, get it together. Let me show you some place to go. Let me give you something to read. Let me help you with some principles or some tools. Take a deep collective breath. How are we showing up in our communities? How are we showing up in our families? Watching how faith communities respond to diversity is key. Watching how we respond to inequality. Watching how we respond when the poles divide us, when the files surface, when the tension rises, when the heat increases. Oop is right. Say you can see who people are when the heat rises. Right? So right now the pot is boiling. The kitchen is getting pretty hot. And you can see who people are again as the heat rises. And it's not looking out there, it's looking within. What are you doing? How are you handling the heat? What's coming up and showing up within you? So because diamonds are formed under pressure, and perhaps this season is not one of destruction, but it definitely is one of refinement and pressure. We signed up for a time such as this. This season we're in, you said, yes, I'm going to go. Yes, I'm going to slide on in the earth in 1966, year of the fire horse. Me too. Really? So I'm year of the fire horse. So you might be year of the horse, but I'm year of the fire horse. And now we're here again, 60 solar turns later, for a time such as this. So now again is to look within and say, what am I called to do? And again, you've been doing the work, but we're always called to a higher and greater call and calling. And so there are young people who are needing you, just even as a reflection. Just be mindful that someone's watching you always, even if you don't see it. Someone is always watching. And so what are they seeing? What are they catching? So in this moment, as Awaken, I'm calling us out for community. Because this is not just about being in a building. We are community. And there are like a handful of us, maybe 10 of us, that are doing most of the work, the heavy lifting. But for us to continue, we're going to have to expand the vision. We're going to have to show up as much as we love Awaken. For us to continue, do you agree? We can't be a hidden secret. We got to invite. We got to share. We got to continue to be the light. Because so often people say, just by how you show up through whatever you're going through, they're like, how do you do it? What you got? You got to give them the secret. It's time to give the recipe. You know how you don't want to give your grandmama a recipe? You're like, no, this is mine. So many of us are so used to not having to share it because people won't understand and people won't. They ready. They're curious. And it's not to convince or persuade someone to change or shift paths. It's just to know that there is another path. There are multiple ways of looking at a thing, to know that you are included and you don't have to be possibly, the word shame kept coming up. Some people felt shame. And to know that you don't have to experience that and still be close to the divine. So I say all of that, and to know that every one of you are a gift. Your talent, your capacity, and your presence is needed and necessary. So I just want us all to just sit with that and say, because we get ready to go next door in just a few, but knowing how vital Awaken is in this city, in this space, online, we are needed, we're necessary, and we need to make sure we too are community that's giving and growing. So, with that, I'm going to close us out with this, if I can find it. Short treatment. And if you can sit and put your feet flat on the floor, and knowing that there is one infinite life, one light expressing through many forms. That light gives me life. That light lives as every person here. That light shines uniquely through every tradition. Unity is our origin. Contribution is our calling. Love is our expression. This community is strengthened now. Participation in love increases, support circulates, gifts are activated, and the diamond shines brighter because every facet reflects love. I release this word into the law of mind, knowing that it is done, it is so, and so it is. All right, and so Terry Ann, our practitioner of the day. Oh, I call her our fashionista as well.
Good afternoon. It is now time for our conscious giving. It is an opportunity to give back and support our community, which is so appreciated. And will you join me in our conscious giving affirmation? Divine love moving through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the good in my life.
I just want to share one thing. Again, this is our last Sunday in February. So the last Sunday in January and the first Sunday in February, we had weather events. So when people don't show up actually in the building, sometimes the giving isn't quite the same. So check your heart, check your space, check the checks. Check yourself. And just say, again, how can I give of my resources, my time, my talents? And we appreciate you and we love you much. Now the music, we got some more shoulder popping. I don't know which one it's going to be. Amy Steinberg. Yes. So rich. I love this. Because again, it's not about just money.
So rich, so rich, so rich, so rich, so rich, so rich we are. So rich, so rich, so rich, so rich, so rich, so rich we are. So rich.
Come on. Hey.
So rich, so rich, so rich, so rich, so rich, so rich we are. So rich, so rich, so rich, so rich, so rich, so rich we are.
So rich.
Dripping in joy, dripping in peace, dripping in love. We got everything we need. Dripping in joy, dripping in peace, dripping in love. We got everything we need. We are so rich.
We're going to let the music go for a little bit.
Attitudes filling up my veins, digging on the decadence, goodness reigns. Queen bee being on the throne of ease, is rich with infinite potentiality. We think money has value. Listen, it's paper, metal, electronic transmission. We get what we give, we are unique, we breathe. Cannot just give, cannot just receive. Law of circulation, money secondary. You have an essence only you can carry. As I advance on my journey, I see there is a powerful good and it can use me.
So rich, so rich, so rich, so rich, so rich, so rich we are. So rich, so rich.
Come on, you just got to rock with it sometimes. Let it in. Let it in.
Dripping in peace, dripping in joy. We got everything we need.
Thank you. not peaceful there. When the monks walked through Charlotte, and that's when I was listening to the music and the vibration. It's like the vibration of it all. Sometimes you just got to let it land and sit in you. But when they got to D.C. and they said the walk for peace, and he clarified, they said we walked as peace. I tell you, one word can change a thing, right? All right, so knowing that as we walk out of here today, it starts here right now with us, knowing the power of who we are, that you're walking as love, as peace, as joy, and we are so rich. And Terry Ann is going to close us out with our
And we breathe into that place inside of us, that soft landing place. And we find our compassion for ourselves. We find that love, that place of protection, that place of forgiveness, when we feel that maybe we're not as perfect as Spirit knows we are. Sometimes we feel maybe we've missed, and we need a place of softness and gentleness. And we need Spirit enfolding us and reassuring us that we are that wonderful, wonderful creation from the infinite, that sparkling jewel that is unique as all of us, yet unites us as one. And we feel that warmth and that support and that encouragement. And we know our intuitiveness, our intelligence, and our confidence. And that comes back, and that brings us up, that elevates us to that place where we know we belong. We've always belonged and will always belong. We are Spirit's creation. We are born of love, and we will always, always be loved. And so it is.
Thank you, Terry Ann. Thank you all. And so now we're closing out with our last song. And what we do here at Awaken is we get into a circle. And for those of you who do not want to be in the circle, that is perfectly fine. You can hold space outside of the circle. And we'll put on our song.
We let the love wash over.
We let the love wash over us.
We let it be. We let the joy.
We let the joy.
We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. We let the peace.
We let the peace.
We let the peace wash over us. We let
Lord, there's grace. And this grace, it washes over us when we need it. It just shows up when we let it. When we can make ourselves aware of it. So knowing that there are people in this world who are hurting, who are afraid, I just want you to imagine your love stretching out beyond this room and wrapping around this entire world. We let the grace wash over us. We let it be. We let the love. We let the love wash over us. We let it be.
Thank you. Love you all. I'll see you next door for our Ask and Awaken potluck.
And the pastor's here, like the Heartline?
Reverend David Holtz.
Okay. You mentioned
And
that.
I've mentioned him to you. I've mentioned it, so maybe, I don't know.
I'd love to connect at some point.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And
I'll
I
mention it, send it to you.
I had coffee with Reverend Lisa last week, and she said that she and Jim are just really enjoying getting to
And
then,
David,
yeah,
yes,
that's
and
really
Chris.
nice.
Chris came too.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Can't pronounce Comforter. I can't pronounce his last name.
Yes, so we know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, him and I, we're supposed to meet up soon.
That's nice.
Yes, it was really nice.
Thank you so much.
We'll be making a donation soon. We'll be making a donation soon. Do we have not forgot? I appreciate you. Okay.
Yes. On Friday.
Okay.
My husband had put on his big heavy coat and said, I thought I was going to be too hot. And I'm crazy. Right.
Drop it as well.
Oh, you know what? I was at a meeting. This was like, I know, on Zoom? Yes. Okay. It was a while ago. Thank you. Yeah, it was a while ago. Have you ever been on the Thursday? Yeah. That might be it, because I talked